Hey, Laker fans, welcome into today's show. Appreciate you guys tuning in as I break down all the latest Laker news and rumors as we are almost done with the preseason. If you want my Laker coverage and NBA coverage all throughout the regular season, go give me a follow on Twitter at Jimmy_Crowther. The Lakers just played their third preseason game, their second preseason game against the Phoenix Suns, and we finally got to see some of the regular starters actually get going, including the big two of LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Now, didn't see a whole lot of them, just a combined 33 minutes between the two, but in 15 minutes for LeBron, he had 11 points, 2 boards, 2 assists, didn't knock down a 3, but only shot 2 of them. AD, pretty similar game, 10 points, 4 rebounds, not a lot of assists, actually no assists for him, and did not take any threes in that one. Neither of them looked that good, but, in 15 and 18 minutes respectively, there's not a whole lot of time to actually get into a rhythm as the players that they are. And then you kind of saw right after the game, LeBron was immediately sitting in a little ice tub with his feet in the ice and had his knees all wrapped up and his hoodie on. So LeBron's really just trying to stay ready for the regular season. Now, the Lakers do have one final tune-up preseason game against the Phoenix Suns on Friday night. That's 8:30 p.m. Central Time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's going to be in Phoenix, Arizona, so another away game for the Lakers before they start the regular season. The Lakers will look to finish the preseason with a perfect record, while the Suns are still looking to get on the board. They have no W's in the column there in the preseason, but at the end of the day, it's preseason. Nobody wants to be preseason champs, so maybe it'd be a good thing if the Lakers did end up losing their last preseason game. Now, let me ask you this because I know it's the final game, and I know you want to see the stars play, but it's all about the regular season and the playoffs for these two. So should LeBron and AD play on Friday, the final preseason game? Type your Y for yes, type your N for no. I'm typing my N for no. Go ahead and sit them, or maybe give them 10 minutes to tune up, and then, hey, put them back on the bench. Now, before I go further in the show today, I want to tell you about this deal at Fanatics. They are really up to date with all these Laker face coverings they have at chatsports.com/LakersMask. And you go click on that link. You click on that link, that helps us out, and it helps our friends out over at Fanatics. So go check them out at chatsports.com/LakersMask, where they got new styles of masks coming out every single week. So make sure you check them out. Get 1, 2, packs of 3, or packs of 4, all available at that link. Hey, listen. I'm behind on my Christmas shopping personally, and the easiest thing to do is get a stocking stuffer, and this is the place to get one. chatsports.com/LakersMask. Let's talk about Kyle Kuzma, because Kyle Kuzma has been spectacular thus far in the preseason. Now remember, last preseason, Kyle Kuzma didn't get to play because he was suffering from an injury, and that was a big reason that he was off to such a slow start in the regular season. So maybe, just maybe, this year's preseason will make him a little bit different earlier on, because the Lakers are going to rely on him pretty heavily when it comes to that bench offense. They need him to be better than he was last season, and Anthony Davis says he's going to be better this season. Here's what AD said. You can tell the difference between Kuz from last year and this year, even if that's just a 2-month difference. Yeah, that's right. The finals just ended 2 months ago. The way he's playing for us now, the game is slowing down for him. He's going to be a big piece for us. And I know it's a lot of cliches in that one little sentence, but when the game slows down for a young player, it changes the way he plays. So far in the preseason, I've been encouraged with Kyle Kuzma. I've liked what I've seen. We'll break down his games here more in just a minute, but give me your one-word reaction to how he's been so far. Mine would be encouraged. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Now, that last preseason game against the Phoenix Suns, Kuz had 23 points, 3 boards, and 2 assists. Also, 50% from beyond the three-point arc. And that's the thing that I think I've seen the best improvement is his three-point shooting so far. Now, in his first 2 games, also very spectacular numbers, but you got to, take a look at the 38 minutes and the 40 minutes that he played. In the 38-minute game, he scored 18 points, only shot 2 of 6 from 3. In the 40-minute game, in Game 2 of the preseason, he played 40 minutes and scored 25 points on 4 of 7 shooting from beyond the three-point arc. A lot of fun watching Kuzma grow. We'll see what his ceiling becomes this year. Now, the regular season right around the corner, as I mentioned at the top of the show, we're trying to make our goal 31,000 subscribers on this channel. Right now, you can see the number right here, 31,314 subs. It's not that many away from 31K, so I think you can help us out by scrolling on down, hitting the big red subscribe button, or go into this link you see right here, youtube.com/LakersTV. Let's talk about everyone's favorite Laker as of right now in Talen Horton-Tucker. He has not slowed down in preseason. In fact, he's looked amazing. I have been very encouraged with what I've seen out of the second-year player from Iowa State, and I think we will only see more growth from him as the preseason kind of wraps up and hopefully into the regular season. Now, he didn't play as many minutes in this preseason game against the Suns as he has been, but he still put up 18 points in 24 minutes, 5 boards, 2 assists, 7 of 11 from the field, Didn't take that many threes. His three-point shot wasn't really there that night, but besides that, he's had great games all around. He played more minutes in games 1, 2. Game 1, 19 points in 37 minutes. Game 2, 33 points in 41 minutes. But then in less minutes, he's more efficient. So, I was kind of on this side where, I believed in Talen Horton-Tucker. You can actually go back and watch our draft coverage from last year when Horton-Tucker was picked. I gave the Lakers an A+ for that pick, and I had some people coming at me on Twitter and hating on me for jumping on a hype train. Hey, no bandwagoning here. I've been on the Talen Horton-Tucker train for a while now. But I've seen even more improvement out of him in this last game where he played less minutes and did more with his minutes. So I am encouraged by Talen Horton-Tucker, just as I'm encouraged with Kyle Kuzma. But Horton-Tucker's got a higher ceiling at this point because he is so young. But remember, he's not going to play that much, okay? So let's be real with ourselves. Is Horton-Tucker going to average more or less than 10 points per game this year with the Lakers? Type M for more, type your L for less. You're going to hate me for this, and I still like the guy. But I'm going to say L for less. I think he averages closer to 8.8 points per game. I don't think he'll play enough to get 10 per game. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Now, last little bit of news here that we're going to talk about. Dennis Schroder, the new point guard for the Los Angeles Lakers, has suffered a bit of an ankle injury. But don't freak out because it was kind of a minor little tweak in that preseason game against the Suns, and I think they sat him more to be cautious. But he did say that he went and got treatment on it, and he's been kind of taken care of since turning that ankle. Unclear whether or not he will return in that final preseason game against the Suns. I wouldn't expect him to play. I think it'd be better to err on the side of caution and not play him. But it's also unclear whether or not he'll start. And this preseason was going to be kind of telling of that, and now we don't really know. Now here's Dennis Schroder on his own ankle injury. He said, my ankle is pretty good. I got treatment on it already, iced it during the game, so I think there's nothing to worry about. We'll see how it's feeling tomorrow in the morning. I think it's pretty all right. And listen, the reason I am a little bit worried is not because of the injury itself, but more because we haven't seen a lot out of Dennis Schroder in this offense yet in the preseason. Game 1, plays 24 minutes. He gets 10 points, 4 rebounds. Not a very efficient night. Game 2, didn't play. He was being rested. Game 3, he plays 24 minutes despite suffering an injury and only has 7 points and 4 rebounds. Not a terrific night, not a terrific preseason showing from a guy who says that he wants to be the starter on this team. I'm going to need to see a little bit more before I'm ready to say, hey, he can come in and start with LeBron and Anthony Davis. Now, Laker fans, I mentioned earlier that I got attacked on Twitter for basically being a fan of Talen Horton-Tucker. I was called a bandwagoner. So if you want to follow me on Twitter and either A, attack me a little bit more, B, give me some hate, or C, spread the love and just talk a little bit of Laker or NBA basketball, give me a follow right here at Jimmy_Crowther. If you already follow me, hit me with a DM and said you watched this video. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'll see you next time.